what inspired Earth Defense Force originally? It's a long-going series now, and this is kind of its first real campaign in the Western. So I was wondering what made it so popular and why, and what makes it so appealing in Japan, and what's going to bring it over to the West.
まあ EDF シリーズは一番最初は
So the EDF originally came out as one of the simple, the 2000 series. It's one of the 2000 yen, the very cheap, the game
コンテンツ
series.
として登場しました。それからそこで誕生してから
So that
昨年発
the
売
last year we published EDF number 5, and since start it has been 15 years. So each time we make new series, we keep getting more and more fans, and we are publishing more and more numbers. It's very rare.
でその中で日本ではそんな
So EDF is
すご
so
く人気のあ
popular
るシ
in
リーズなん
Japan,
ですけど
but in the worldwide
ワール
it's
ドワイドで
a
は
cult major.
コア
It's
ファン
not
からはす
quite
ごい支持を
major
得ら
yet.
れてるんです
So
が
we don't think it's
いわ
bad.
ゆる
It's
メジャー
supported by a
とまでは
core
言い
fan,
切れ
but
ずに
as a
メ
D3
ジャーカルト
publisher,
の
our concept of the
ナンバリング
EDF,
シリーズというの
like
は
fighting to the huge
現
area,
在とどまっている状況です。
the bare
でそれは
hand
決して悪いこ
human,
とではな
that's
く
the worldwide concept. So
ゲー
that
ム好き
we
のユ
wanted
ーザー
to
からはすごく
have
支持を
some
され
kind
てい
of
るので
breakthrough to the Western market using the
それはそれで
the EDF
いいと思っているんですが、なのでナンバリングの
So the EDF numbering series continues as is. The Iron Rain is not replacing the numbering series. The Iron Rain, we are thinking about for the light, including the light users, having it's going to have its own development. So there will be like 2 different EDF.
もっと広く
That was one of the things I was going to ask. Is Iron Rain is going to be like its own series, not really connected to the original first 5. But in this case, it's not, right? It's its own separate.
古くからのナンバリングシ
I
リー
know
ズというの
some
は
the old fans are so worrying about that if it's the numbering series is gonna be ended or like it's gonna be replaced. It's not gonna happen, so please don't worry. And there will be 2 different EDFs, and each one has own development.
2つの
Since this is more of a Western appeal, what makes it different than the first 5, I guess? Iron Defense Force.
ナンバリングシリーズは和製 TPS
So the numbering series is like a Japanese-made third-person shooting game. I think one of the top ones, and it has been developed by a development company called Sandbox, and it has own very unique development process. But on the other hand, Iron Rain is based on the concept and the stories and world views. It's more acceptable for the Western
ですよ
users.
ね。独自の進化をで具体的にどの辺が違うかと。
So specifically, what's difference is first is the location. In the numbering series, the location is like Japan or like maybe in Tokyo. But Iron Rain, it's like San Francisco or LA or Arizona like places. So the Western user can feel more kind of related
サンフランシスコで
because the town, the alien or the EDF destroying is a town they know. So they feel like they are their town is destroying. So they have to do something.
またこういう兵士たちの
So in the soldier designs, it's more realistic. Like they're using the PA gear. That's the regular people, and not the people with the superpower. So we are trying to get more reality, and also the graphic is like more the westernized. It's not more it's less
も
animated.
のを意識しました。あとはオンラインで
So the first time for the EDF, the Iron Rain has online the combat mode, the combat play,
として初めて入れる
up
ことにし
to
ました
8 people, like 4
4
4
対
versus
4
4.
最大8人までの
Because we
オンライ
heard
ン対
that
戦ができるんですけれども
in Western users they like co-play, but the combat play
協力プレイ
they
ももち
they
ろん入ってる
even
ん
like
ですが
more.
欧米のユーザーは協力プレイも好きですけど
What would you say is your favorite class to play as? I mean, I had fun playing as the Prowl Rider, and what would you think was the most fun to design?
まあ実際の細かな設計っていうのは
So the detailed designs, it's made by the creators in the developers. It's called Ukes, and they are very good at arranging and very enjoys the arranging the major EDF, the series, and making the new titles. And the Pro Rider you just mentioned, it's very interesting because Iron Rain has the 4 PA gears, troopers, jet lifters, and heavy slider. They are basically the same as the numbering series, but Pro Rider is original. It's very new for Iron Rain.
ジェットリフターもプロライダーはトルーパーと
The Pro Rider is somewhat between the running trooper and flying jet lifters, but they can shoot the wire from the west and like a nail into the building, and you can move like that. I think we are providing the new concept, new very fun concept to the users.
Makes me think of like Attack on Titan or something like that with the anime, like shooting into defeating big kaiju. But speaking of kaiju, what kind of inspired EDF and like what appealing? Obviously, like I'm a big fan of Godzilla and things like that, or Starship Troopers. So it was anything specific that inspired Earth Defense Force, and what would be your favorite kaiju if you have one?
まあアイアンレインを
To making the Iron Rain, I think we referred almost all Hollywood movies which has the kaijus or monsters.
ハリウッド映画
I guess it kind of felt like a good time in particular with a Western audience with big movies like Pacific Rim and King Kong kind of making a resurgence. So this is perfect. And I guess one of our last questions is since this one is more specific to America, would this extend to like Europe and like London, things like that?
欧米ですけど、まあ一番意識してるのはいわゆる
So we think the Western market, but we most focus is like North America, like you guys.